Okay, my name is Leslie Williams. Today's date is March 8th, March 9th, 2015, Monday. And within 1 hour, right now the time is exactly, let's see what the time is. It's 1:25 p.m. I don't know how I even see it. This watch sucks. Anyways, it's 1:25 p.m. right now. This video card and the video file has the time and stamp date on it. Within an hour, I'm going to be going over to that area, okay, for personal reasons. If anybody goes over there and stays there before I go over there, it'll be directly connected to gang stalking, no matter who they are, no matter how old they are, and no matter what transpires, especially if they come over here before I can get over there. If anybody arrives on the scene after I get over there, it'll be directly connected to gang stalking, period. I don't give a shit who they are, literally, or how old they are. Now, right now, where I'm at right now, let me just put it to you this way. Okay. You see this? Okay. This is where I'm at. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what? That's a landmark, proving that I'm not over there, okay? And that I haven't, the landmark is here, okay? If I haven't went over there yet, that shows that I am predicting what could occur on my way to there and for the whole time duration while I'm there, okay? Now, if anything happens concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me, or any of my property, including a few bit of my bike that's going to be left at this spot while I go over there, it'll be directly connected to gang stalking. Organized stalking and gang stalking will prop up anybody of any employment description, age. They will literally prop up anybody, neighbors, RP workers, RP volunteers, landscape workers, even utility company personnel. Literally. And all you got to do is Google these employment descriptions and cross-reference them to gang stalking. You'll see I'm telling you the truth. They will also use kids, teenagers, homeless men, homeless women, individuals acting like they're in the area because of the type of area that it is. If anything happens concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me, or any property of mine, while I'm over there, on my way to there, okay, which means also at this area, for the whole time duration while I'm over there, and then walking back over here. And then, I'm at RR Colony 5-1B. Hold on. If anything happens to me in the next week and a half at this spot, or any area that's within 2,000 feet of this spot, it'll be directly connected to gang stalking. 2,000 feet. As a result of being a target of this crime, organized stalking, gang stalking, targeted individuals are stalked through covert surveillance, tracking, and observation, and then staged events, including with police officers, make no mistake about it, okay, concerning how they're used after they're supposedly innocently called to play their role in whatever they desire to bring about towards the target for any given day, and the motivation is the end result. Arrest, petitioning and accounting mental health, assaults, rapes, robberies, property theft, or a combination of any and or all. Absolutely. And so what I do is predict what these little filthy rat-ass whores are going to do before I even leave to go to where I'm going, pertaining to what the predictions are and the spot where I'm predicting things like this could happen at. So, in fact, this video applies for the next week and a half. Not just, now I know I've already stated that it applies for this area and 2,000 feet around me from any direction, and that definitely includes them propping up any homeless people, including definitely men, to hike out at any area that is within 3,000 feet of our Colony 5-1, and or any area where I have left property at, because I'll just put it to you this way. It was too heavy for me to carry on the days that I was carrying it. As a result of me changing my mind concerning my schedule for that day, I decided that, say if I'm carrying something and then I get along my route and I think to myself, well, maybe I should go to Rouse today or Best Buy or whatever. I know as a result of going to these places that I'm going to be buying things and carrying them. As a result, I won't be able to carry what I'm carrying with me and what I'm going to buy. So I might drop it off at a selected spot and then go back to it on a later date to pick it up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Organized stalking and gang stalking as a result of, but not limited to, the tracking of your phone. They know where you're at when you're stationary. They know where you and how long you're there. They also know when you're mobile and what direction you're headed to and where you stop at. Is this how they're propping up these little filthy red-ass animals they use against the target for staged events? And when they stage events, which are called street theaters and gang stalking expeditions, that term can be Googled, they will also prop up and stage the witnesses. Case in point, let me tell you how the cleverness, so these little filthy rats can apply plausible deniability concerning a staged event that they bring about against the target. Hold on. When they prop up a staged event against the target individual, guess what they might guess? Well, let me just put it to you this way. Have I read this in blogs online pertaining to what they were doing to this one guy? They staged an event towards this guy. Okay, he was on some railroad tracks, and they tried to provoke him into acting violent. And what they did was they used a homeless man against him, and then propped up a woman. I think she was either walking her baby or a dog to act as the witness. Now, why would they do this? Well, let's take a look. Hold on a second. Let me light a cigarette. Just hold on 1 second, okay? Okay, now, why would they do this? Because in organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, their whole goal is to benefit and profit from the target itself. The prison industrial complex, the illegal syndicated probate control of the target themselves by claiming the target's a threat to themselves or others, mentally ill, whatever excuse, a normal appearing legal excuse that they use in order to either arrest the target, institutionalize the target, or take syndicated probate control, they will do it. Now, the only way that they can do these things is through police reports. And the only way they can get the police reports is through the staged events. So when they stage an event, also, oh, by the way, they also get a hold of a target, putting them in these aforementioned places by claiming they're delusional or schizophrenic or paranoid schizophrenic or schizophrenic with persecutory ideations, bipolar, dementia, because they're directly connected to doctors. Just Google it and it's all over the internet. The point being is that when they stage an event, they have to make it appear, especially when a target's got a tape recorder that they might be wearing, which I am right now, literally recording all my statements as I'm talking to you at this moment, and the video, and a video camera. So what they got to do, hold on. So what they got to do is they have to make it appear, and trust me, there's many ways that they're able to deduce if a target's bought a tape recorder or not. Well, for instance, go to Google and type in Walmart and gang stalking, businesses and gang stalking, and how they monitor the purchases of a target and gang stalking. Just do it, and you will see literally that every single syllable coming out of my mouth is the absolute truth. So if a target goes to Walmart and buys a tape recorder, they obviously are aware that the target knows they're being gang stalked or at least harassed. Okay, so they then will make sure that the physical theatrics that they play against the target are designed to make it appear that it's happening either because of the target's fault or because of any or because of any other reason, because they cannot, and no police report can reflect that the target's being gang stalked. Okay, absolutely, because then they won't be able to achieve their criminal motivations. The point being is that when they stage an event anywhere, like with what they did with me in Jack in the Box on October 15, 2013. Every single time I went in that Jack in the Box, I was experiencing employees, including management, and people coming in acting as customers who were even literally purchasing things to eat and sitting down. And the manager and the employees would repeat, gang stalk, oh my God, gang stalking, oh my God. They would even go through the drive-thru. And when the people would place their orders, they would say gang stalk. Literally. My tape recorder picked it up. So you can go to Google and YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Rosecrans Jack in a Box and just listen for these words being said around me in the background. Now, they were also propping up people to come in the restaurant and say the same thing as they were ordering, as they were standing there to order, as they were ordering, and as they ate their food. Now, this is intentionally done in order to mentally remind the target that they're a victim of this crime and to keep them in a constant neural mental loop about it as a result of how often they hear these repeated words and phrases. Sensitization methods that can be Googled as well. So here's the point I'm making. If a person goes into a restaurant numerous times, including the same one, well, obviously the same one, and they're experiencing these criminalities, and the target just gets sick of it and calls the police, what they'll do is, through the monitoring of the target and the observation of the target as this is unfolding, they'll make sure that the 911 call goes to a syndicated cop who will answer the call. Okay, and since the target is being monitored in real time before, during, and after the event, and while the target's waiting for the police, they create their lives and how they're going to act before they get there. They will also then prop up other customers to come into the Jack in the Box, okay, so they can act as witnesses for who? Management and employees, pointing the finger at the target. That way the cops can say, well, what do you think, Leslie? Everybody in here is gang stalking you? Are you delusional? Organized stalking and gang stalking is achieved through, but not limited to, tracking, surveillance, and covert observation. As a result, they prop up these events and then prop up the witnesses, including individuals who will pretend like, I'm just here eating, I'm just here shopping, I'm just here doing this, and I heard her doing that, she's crazy. Because in order to discredit the truth the target's telling, they have to discredit the mental stability of the target. And so what I do, just go to Google and type in institutions in gang stalking, psychiatrists in gang stalking, psychologists in gang stalking, doctors in gang stalking, police in gang stalking, businesses in gang stalking, universities in gang stalking, public libraries in gang stalking, apartments in gang stalking, landlords in gang stalking, postal workers in gang stalking, property owners in gang stalking, neighbors in gang stalking. So the point being is that they can use a homeless idiot towards me anywhere, including where I'm at now and where I'm going today, and then prop up somebody who looks like, you know, like put it to you this way. What is the difference between, like, when you have a pictorial, like when you see on the news and you see a mugshot, somebody who just got caught robbing a store, you're going to see the mugshot of the person, black, white, Asian, Persian, Mexican, whatever, and then you're going to hear the story attached to the mugshot, right? Now, then in the next bit on the news broadcast, you'll probably, you could see a person in a family who's walking their baby in a stroller and their dog, and a 2-year-old, mom and dad walking with a 2-year-old and an infant in a stroller with their family dog. And they're talking about how they enjoyed the July 4th parade and everything's copacetic. Well, if you look at how a staged event can be brought about, is that they will use neighborhood lowlifes to assault a target, to intimidate a target, to harass a target, to harass a target mentally, in reference to how they will make the target believe that they're going to be assaulted by them while they're harassing them, and then the target will respond to it because they know they've already been assaulted. And the individuals who are literally harassing the target and even threatening the target as they're doing it, they will engage in specific types of gang stalking physical gestures. That's done to mentally let the target know what's happening on purpose. A physical gesture can get caught on a tape recorder. Okay, and this is done to provoke the target mentally to act out because the target is sick of this shit. Okay, every day, everywhere they go. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You'll clearly hear that guy say, I'm harassed everywhere I go and I can't even play ping pong. And that is nerve-wracking because that's what they count on. Now, as the target is acting out and responding to this intentional harassment, which is cleverly designed, played out through physical and verbal theatrics, they will then prop up somebody who looks innocent, like a mother walking their dog, a couple going for a walk, a man jogging, a utility company personnel who just happens to be in the area, an RP worker, teenagers, even friggin' kids. These filthy red-ass animals will do anything and everything so they can at least cause extreme mental duress on a target, because when you're being harassed every day through clever means, when you're intentionally made to be known that you're being gang stalked, like right now I got 800 audio files of individuals getting around me and saying gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk crazy, gang stalk weird, suck my dick, excuse my language. Yeah, in that way every day and more. Now, the only way that they could prop up all these different people to do these things is that they got to know where I'm at and who I am to do it and when I'm there. Okay? So, fellow American citizens, this video applies for the next 3 months, 90 days, no matter where I'm at, especially at any and or all HA areas or any place that I got property stuffed away at. Now, fellow American citizens, in closing, go to Google and type in how they will create homelessness of targets, and to give you just to give you some evidence, so you'll know that I'm telling you the truth as well, on top of all the descriptions that you can research. Go to YouTube right now and go to Google and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Flat-Out Evidence of Gang Stalking." "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalking." "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass Read Comments." "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Flat-Out Evidence of Gang Stalking." And you will "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Yucca Valley Gang Stalking." You know, "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at SDSU, Jack in the Box, Rouse." Separate searches pertaining to names of places. So, and you'll see I'm telling you the truth. So what I do in response to these little filthy right-ass whores is I make predictions in email files, blogs, videos, audio files, you name it. And if what I predict comes true, it'll show that I'm telling the truth concerning the factual reality, that I am a literal victim of this crime. And then you're an average citizen, can say to yourself, why won't the police make a police report? Because the second they make a police report, it shows gross negligence of duty on their behalf, pertaining to all my other requests to make one, and they denied my right to do so. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because they don't give a shit. Let me tell you something right now. It's all over the internet that even some entire police departments have been taken over by these organized crime syndicates, and that's exactly what this is. Organized crime in the system at the federal, state, and county level. At least, using their employment descriptions to achieve their objective. So, I gotta get going because I got stuff to do. If anything happens concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me, no matter where I'm at, especially at any and or all HA areas in the next 90 days, this includes I Arrest L tickets. This includes assaults, property thefts, any types of incidences, anything that happens that causes me to move, including setting up and propping up homeless men to hike out close by where I am. Because that's done to psychologically motivate me to move in order to so I can detour any physical interactions with them, and it's also done to psychologically done to motivate me to move so I can keep my property safe. And that in turn assists them in breaking the target down mentally. Because the target individual knows the truth about why it's happening, because they intentionally let the target know that they're in their physical proximity intentionally by engaging in the organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures when the target individual is in their presence. So, fellow American citizens, this video applies for the next 90 days. My name is Leslie Williams. I live in La Jolla, California, which is in San Diego County. Today's date is March 9th, 2015. I'm a good woman. I'm not involved in one bit of criminal or illegal activity whatsoever. I'm not mentally ill. I'm not a threat to myself or others in any capacity. Okay? And I'm in good health. Okay? Now, the last statement I'm going to make before I end this video file, go to YouTube and type in similarities between gang stalking and human trafficking. I do appreciate you listening, and have a nice day.